Anyway, we're gonna do one more part because I really want to get into the actual meat and potatoes of this. I didn't show you the. I gotta remind this guy of what I posted earlier. Here you go. Okay, let's move on. A few days later. Actually, I should probably change the title of the stream to something that actually makes fucking sense. I should change this to Snoot Game. I love that when I type in Snoot Game, it's like a volcano high, and I'm like, you know what? You know what? You know what? You know what? I'm fine with that. Snoot Game Mods, and the Volcano Trilogy. There you go. We'll put this into the side. We'll extend the window a little bit so I can see some data. And there we go. And there we go. School's been out since the incident. So far, there's been no official announcement of whether or not the whole semester's gonna be cancelled. Will be just my luck, too. Yeah, you moved to a school, like 4 days later, it's out. Thanks, Scary Dave. We'll get to that in a bit. This whole thing seems so surreal, though. Did that really happen? Did Fang really shoot all those people? I mean, it's been a few days, buddy. I mean, it wasn't like on a Thursday, Friday. So, yeah, it was on a Friday, right? So, yeah, you've had like the weekend in which you have nothing. Jesus. Feels like some fever dream or a very detailed time. You weren't, like, from Anon's perspective, I guess the worst he got is that Reed was, like, hurt and Trish was sad. But, like, Nasser and Naomi lived, probably? No, they die canonically in the game. Because, like, the whole point is that Fang waits until economics and then just shoots. And Fang and Nasser are there. And Naomi and Nasser are there. But I don't know how they did in this one. Like, what the actual timeline is. Feels like a fever dream. Or a very detailed nightmare. Except it would have to be a nightmare that I share with the whole town because everyone seems to be talking about it. Oh, they're fucking... What? You can't just cut out two... I mean... Okay, listen closely. Now listen closely. Here's the deal. He'll slip and slide on this banana peel. That's how you defeat Trish. Actually, writing good, dark, and depressing stuff is actually really hard. Because if you overdo it, you're just dark and edgy. And also, you kind of have to focus on... Like, a lot of dark stuff requires your reader to be willing to let themselves feel terrible. And, like, it's a hard pitch. But killing Nasser and Naomi actually makes perfect sense narratively. Naomi exists exclusively to get Anon with Fang. And Nasser mostly exists as an extension of Fang's problems. So killing them off, when you're focusing on Trish, it's like, yeah, you might as well, really. You're saving yourself a lot of trouble. And I do mean everyone. The same thing has been pouring out from every news site and every channel on TV. Following this week's events, the situation is dire for our beloved Volcano High. Principal Spears refused to comment, but many speculate that he'll hand in his resignation soon. As for... Of course, I miss swallowing the portum. Man. At 8 Spears go. A total of 7 victims, including Nasa and Naomi. I'll be fine. I do think that killing off Nasa and Naomi does do one thing. It does connect Anon personally to the event. Otherwise, he doesn't really know Fang that well, but Nasa and Naomi have made some efforts for him. And Naomi knows Spears, and he knows Spears. So it does give him a little bit more emotional inclination to the situation and all that. So you know what? Killing them off wasn't a bad idea. Otherwise, you would just have Nasser's sadness dominating the scene, and Naomi would probably be up to all kinds of shit too. So, killing them off, probably the right move. I guess Stella and Rosa have no existence. No, but they know... I was absolutely stunned when I first heard. Never could have guessed that Fang hated her brother this much. It's insane. Been taken to the hospital in critical condition. The one who put an end to this gruesome rampage. The mayor saw fit to bestow this hero a generous grant in hopes of a full recovery. In fact, the mayor... I turned the TV off at that point. I couldn't care less about politics. Well, yeah, he's been named a hero by the media for selfless sacrifice to apprehend the shooter. This, of course, falls from what he's actually trying to do, but I guess they need sugarcoating. As for Trish, well, I haven't actually heard anything about her. Well, to be fair, you don't have her number, so... As Fang's best friend, you think at least one news outlet would track her down for an interview. But no! Maybe she refused. But that didn't stop them from doing these totally disingenuous interviews, though, with students that hardly knew Fang, I bet. All they could go on about is how terrible it is to bully people, and that this was, quote unquote, a terrible surprise to them. I mean, the politics is that the mayor is trying to make himself look good. He's like, look at all this good I'm doing to this poor innocent child who got hurt in a school shooting. That's the politics he's talking about. Like, they're politicizing Reed's efforts to save a friend into Reed is this great noble hero fighting for justice. As if they cared. I like this, by the way, because Anon was originally the subject of this whole situation in Ending 1, so getting an alternate perspective is kind of neat. As a matter of fact, I know some of them didn't care whatsoever, because I remember them from the concert, laughing at the band with all the rest. What do you mean makes for a good story to thought? Yeah, it makes for a good story, that's what I'm saying. They're politicizing his efforts. His efforts were personal. They were not about anything other than, I need to help Fang. And they made it into something more, and now they're abusing a situation to gain political favor. That's the politicization that they're talking about. Politics goes lots of ways, buddy. People like to say apolitical stuff, but that's not how it works. That's just not how it works. Not the way you want it to, at least. Sorry to tell you. I feel pretty bad about that, too. I guess someone contributed to this. The weirdest thing about all is that I don't feel that bad. I mean, yeah, sure, I wasn't especially endearing to Fang, but she's been a dick to me, too. If I'd gotten there early and trapped with her inside, I'd probably be dead now, too. The skinny bigot. That's how she got to know me. And I don't really care that much about it. Like, I sleep just fine, I shitpost just fine. Hell, I've been playing video games these past few days with only mildly being annoyed by the headlines appearing about guns in schools. Why do you even go to those places, Anon? Just don't go there. Jeez. Wow, what's this? Oh, whoa. Oh, is this? So how do I feel about it, man? Do I feel weird, good, or bad? That's a good question. Choose the form of your destructor. What? Must you be like this? Must you be like this? Must you be like this? I don't know. I guess Anon, personally, would just feel weird about it. Like, from Anon's perspective, I imagine he would just feel weird about it. He just wouldn't know what to do with it. But, we have a city to burn and a gator to hug. I think Anon would feel weird about it. I mean, like, I imagine that the conflict is internal, right? The conflict is I don't know how to compartmentalize what I'm feeling. You know? But on the other hand, right, like, yeah, like, but he would feel bad because like you could feel weird about the fact that you're not feeling anything. Hold on. Although I imagine this is one of those choices where later down the line we're gonna be talking to Trish and he just says the dumb shit of like, oh, you know, I personally am very happy that Fang's fucking dead. You know, that was the best shit ever. Feels good, man. You know what? If Fang wouldn't do it themselves, I would grab that gun and give him a big old. Just the fucking biggest asshole about it. So should I go with my answer, with what I would answer? Because I would feel bad. Like, I would personally take it as, like, listen, I should feel worse about this. And I was sort of involved. Like, I did make moves. I think Anon, personally, in this is none of the... Yeah, he did. Yeah, he doesn't know them. You know, we'll go with bad. We'll go with bad. We'll go with bad. We'll go with bad. Perhaps I should go outside today and get some fresh air. I'll go with my answer, anyway. Because, like, it's weird. It is weird still feels like he's disconnected. It's like, oh, I don't know. Perhaps I should go outside today and get some fresh air. That sounds like a good idea. Oh man, they're using this art. I love this one. I love the tail. I take random streets, passing the time by looking at shop windows and listening to some video game OSTs. I am the storm that is approaching. After a good half hour, my aimless wander autopilots me to the school building. Oh, that's cool. They put the little tape on it. You know, I wonder if this is like a separate CG or if they did the smart thing that Wani does, where they just paste this. No, they did this in Fang's room, so they could have. So they should know that they can just paste that over the school, right? Oh, no. Oh, I just noticed something. There's a little extra yellow tape in the top left. There's a little extra yellow tape. That's such a neat detail. Hold on, I want to check out the original game. Is that an actual thing that's in the school? I don't remember that being a detail in the actual fucking school. Yeah, like, a bunch of text does that too, by the way. Like Volcano High, for example. The text on the school building is, like, a lot of text is pasted on like that. Yeah, I don't know if this, is like a thing that actually happens in the game. Hold the phone. Okay. If it wasn't for the police tape on the doors, I could hardly tell anything ordinary had happened here. It's so weird. Then again, life goes on. Might be a personal tragedy to some, but by and large, it's just another crime scene. Makes me wonder when they're going to reopen. Listen, if they wanted to go for like a very disingenuous and like very rough and rude version of the school shooting, then yes, they should have had the whole gang. I don't know if Reed would do it, but I could see Trish joining in on the fun. Well, fun, quote unquote. After this many deaths, how long of a greeting period would be appropriate? I don't know. I can't see any cops around. I'm fairly sure they're done with their investigation. Huh. No police as it may be, but it looks like I'm not all alone out here. She hasn't noticed me yet. Too busy kicking pebbles down the sidewalk. I should go talk to her, right? Would that be creepy? Nah, man. She needs someone. Maybe I should just leave her alone. She stood up for you to some extent, right? So, hey. And yet, I can't find it in me to turn away. I mean, like, what the hell? Not counting poor Nasser, Trish and Reed were the only ones who stick with me. We even stood up to Fang on my behalf in the cafeteria. She must be regretting by now. Seeing how she's doing is the least I can do. Hey, Trish. Appreciating her company, OST. She looks back at me with a blank stare, like she's not sure who I am. Something like that. I got the script open, mostly because this fucking loves doing this. Trish, no! And then she decks me in the gut. And then she runs off. Just like Leo, there's a barbecue scene. Like, I'm uploading some of the chapters I already wrote out for Amalgam High Trivial Ghost. And Leo, like, says, like, oh, your girlfriend, when he's talking to Sage, because he's being a little shit about it. He just can't resist the urge. And Leo just fucking left jabs him in the gut. And then he later says he has fist poisoning. I don't know why, just love that line. Also love the line chlorine hag. When Trish comes out of the bath, and he has his burger, and he's like, don't drip pool water on my burger, you chlorine hag. I just like the term chlorine hags. And she runs off. What the fuck? Yeah, right. Maybe not everyone is taking this as well as I am. Trish was Fang's best friend, after all. Damn. The coughing has made my throat act up. It's really annoying, by the way. I scan the surrounding sheet to see which way it's bent, but I can't see her anymore. Cried to run her for how minuscule that little girl is. Zhish. That's a mean punch, too. I make my way back to Skin Row, cradling my poor stomach. Is what I get for going outside. I should have said. I find it weird that you were outside at all. Because in ending 2, he like specifically stays indoors, and you are not ending 3 or 4 and on yet, buddy. But I guess he's like indoors, and he just wants to get away from everything that's on the TV and stuff. So that's probably the angle they're going with. Although I can't exactly blame Trish. Fang's dead. Reed's in the hospital. Is there anyone she can talk about about this stuff? Her father doesn't exactly seem like the listening kind, or the caring kind for that matter. Why do we even care this much? Everyone is fighting their own battles. Yeah, that. I've never seen Trish talking to anyone else outside of a clique, but she did mention someone a few days back. She was looking for a group of friends, I think. Hair buns, was it? That's not a lot to go on. Yeah. Yeah, I mentioned that before, Scary Dave. Like, the school shooting is a very extreme thing that has a lot of mental overhead. Like, I get that it gets rid of a bunch of characters that sort of encourage the Fang angle of the story a lot, and it makes Trish more emotionally vulnerable. But there are ways to do this without that. By leaning into the Fang is angry habit, and having Fang take the Trish role in the relationship. Like, Fang needs to learn to like Anon, while Trish immediately likes him. She's like, oh, you're poor, like me. Like, hey, you're someone poor that I can relate to. And you'd make that the initial angle, and you build from there, etc., etc. Like, she's ambitious and he isn't, and they talk about that, and that's kind of their driving angle. Oh, Buns, yes! That's Stella, right? She is the Buns. Keep forgetting that. But it does feel, it's a bit much. Would it be possible to track down this person? See what I can do tomorrow. Fuck you, I like this chick. The next day. I'll be honest, the music selection is a bit goofy so far. I spend the following day endlessly scrolling social media profiles, trying to track down this mysterious hair buns girl. I started at Trish's Jesus Christ, man, just doxing her right out of the gate, huh? Spreading out to her acquaintances and people that she appeared on photos with. Sadly, hair buns narrows it down in just 3 steps, and there are too many potential matches. Then just 3 steps, and there are too many potential matches. It doesn't help that Trish's profile is hilariously sparse. Like, I didn't take her for a popular girl, but there's barely any photos at all. Jesus, Trish, if you want to be famous, if you want your band to succeed... Oh yeah, the whole fucking band is impossible now. Fuck! There's a couple with whom could be your little brother, but that's pretty much it. Ooh, it's a good question. That's a good question. Are we gonna give it the search? Ow! My ears! Like, I personally think that giving up the search is the wrong answer. No, it's just that. Yeah, let's just try it, you know, and what are you gonna do? You've been playing all your video games. You've gotten your deathless legendary rock ring run twice by now. Just hone your other skills, you know? Oh no! I can't find the picture. It's not until way later in the evening that I call off the search. It's a list of about 10 dinosaurs who I could possibly be the one I'm looking for, but I seriously don't feel like messaging random girls to see if they know Trish. With my level of social skills, that'd be suicide right there. During the rest of the week, I on and off check off if Trish or any of these girls will update their profiles with anything. I used to pin one of them down as Trish's friend, but to no avail. It's more important, though. It seems that school will resume next week. 2 weeks, huh? That's what a handful of lives are worth. 2 for every death. Well, Monday morning, it's going to be a memorial with no classes afterwards. I would have used that as an excuse to skip the day, but apparently everyone is expected to be present. Whatever, I'll just stand in the back and try to remain invisible. Try harder. People have seen me with Fang in the band, so the last thing I want to do is be called on stage to give a speech. I can't even make proper introductions, let alone obituary. It'd be a disaster. Not to sound... Yeah, that's why he's invisible instead of skipping. Not to sound disrespectful, but I really hope we can put this stuff behind us as soon as possible. But yeah, without Nasser and Naomi, like, you're gonna get invisible if you want to. I just want to have one goddamn normal semester. Monday. Aw, shit, bro. The auditorium is packed to the absolute brim and more. The entire staff and several families, the media, and even police are present, with people flooding out into the hallways. I'm not really a fan of the crowd, but for my own purposes, it's perfect. I stand by the door behind the larger Stegosaurus, so that I wouldn't be visible from the stage. From my little hiding spot, I listen in a few conversation, trying to weigh how many people are here because they actually care for Fang of the victims. Not a lot. Most of these students are too preoccupied talking about the last 2 weeks, about all the new episodes of their favorite series, and relationships and all that normie stuff. There's even a few laughs, but unfortunately people have enough tact to suppress them fast. A bit of searching, I managed to spot Trish, standing just a few meters from me. I could have sworn she was nowhere to be found a few minutes ago. Oh well. This time I make no attempts at small talk. She notices my glare nonetheless, turning away with a small humph. Okay. Is she mad at me or something? Like, what for? Let's make the kid who hardly knew the goth girlfriend yeah, that'd be so fucking weird. Oh, by the way, Scary Dave, did you forget that Spears explicitly knows that Anon attended the concert? Like, shouldn't Anon be like the last person anyone should ever consider for the obituary at all, ever? Spears should know. Anyway, she loses interest in me as soon as Spears shows up on stage. I can't see a lot from here, but I can tell that in this place, in place of his usual confident demeanor, the principal appears to be just plain tired. These past few weeks have taken a toll on him. He has a subtle gout, proud shoulders slouched. Oh wait, gout can mean... I thought... No, is he talking about gait? Like someone's walking gait? Because gait is the manner of walking, and gout is a disease. Unless gout means something else. I don't know. I'm not familiar with the term too much. Let's see if Wiktionary can help me here. We might as well learn some words today, you know? Fuck it. Gait, by the way, for walking is spelled G-A-I-T. A disease, a splurt or splotch, inflammation of the joints, to spurt, and that's it. It can also mean taste or relish. Apparently it means drop, so maybe it's like sagging. Arbitrary, obituary. What am I right about? Gout? Jeez. I mean, Spears seems proud enough in his job. Like, he seems a bit passive. But, like, if you lose kids under your ward like that, that shit sucks. Really, really sucks to... Ooh. Yeah, I love that emphasis. It really, really sucks to see him like that. Thankfully, though, the students still respect, or fear, him enough to quiet down when he makes his way to the microphone. Good morning. As you already know, a tragic event befell our establishment this month. An event which has taken the lives of many upstanding students, all of whom looked forward to a bright future. But it wasn't their merits alone why we'll miss them. I tuned out after that part. It's all just generic funeral speech fodder anyway. Scanning the crowds, I can tell many of the students are getting bored too. Well, except for Trish, apparently. Like, 7 people died. Surely some of them fucking care. Alright? Like, 7 people in a school of hundreds should know, at the minimum, about 21 other people-ish, right? Especially Nasser and Naomi. They know a lot of people, probably. Especially Nasser. People seem to like Nasser. I'm just saying, like, it's kind of weird that no one cares. There should be a larger audience who care. Although I guess not a lot, it's more like, you know... Because looking at... Well, except for Trish, apparently. Because looking at her again, it seems Spears' words got to her. She's kind of trying to hide it, but there's some very obvious tears welling up in her eyes, and her cheeks are getting all purple. Yeah, it must suck to be her. Like, that is such an Anon thing to say, fuck. Makes me wonder what kind of bright future they were looking forward to with Fang. Perhaps they had big plans for the band, or something. Though, for all I know, Fang could have been a top student as well. Maybe they were thinking they were going to college together. Yeah, Fang's parents probably would have paid for college anyway. Wait. Were they actually lesbian lovers or something? That's probably not the kind of stuff I should be thinking during a fucking memorial. Mental asylum by his Trex... Oh yeah, the other Fang. The Goodbye Volcano High Principal's so fucking boring though. He's like one scene. Voiced apparently by an Oscars guy too. Yeah, there were major members of the student... That's what I mean, Lobster. Like, Nasser's on the track team. A bunch of people seem to know him. He helps out with carrying stuff. He bought a bunch of pizza. Like, Naomi got elected to a position. These people should have at least 50% of the school feeling at least a little bummed out, you know? Or at least have enough respect to be silent during a funeral. Like, I get it, right? Teens are fucks. This is a school shooting many of them were present for. They would be more respectful than this. Like, did the people who write this, are they that cynical? You do know that when people in real life, at American schools, experience those daily shootings, they are distraught, destroyed, completely torn down. A month later, they will attend that memorial with the dour faces. They are not over that shit yet, no matter how few people died. That shit scars you. You are way underplaying how much of the student body would be just like, fuck, at the minimum. Like, they shouldn't be over this. There should be more to it. Like, you could play up the angle that a lot of them just didn't attend, right? Very few attend. It is all the media circus. They want to get the big scoop. The police is there for, you know, because Fang's father was involved, like that's why the police is there, and also because it was like a big event, they need to do media stuff. Play up the angle that the actual students aren't there if you want to go that way, you know? Because they wouldn't fucking attend in the first place. Their parents probably wouldn't care either. They'd be like, oh, I'm so sad, I want to go. I turn my attention back to Spears, and just then, the unthinkable happens. And now I would like the words from one of our very special students. Now I would like to ask one of our very special students to say a few words. Anon Moose, please come to the... What the fuck is Spears smoking? No. Oh, God, please, no. Anon Moose, Cutter Cats away. Thanks to my preparations, I was able to slink out the back before anyone notices. I remember a mod or a story where this happens, but Anon does go to the stage. I thought that was this, but I guess I'm getting mixed up. Anyone besides Trish, I don't really care about her right now. I don't stop until I'm on my way out in the garden by the bench I broke on the first day here. After Jesus on the fucking cross, what the hell was Spears thinking? In an attempt to silence my racing heart, I take a seat on the other bench that's still in one piece. I can't even think straight. Shitposting. Shitposting will call me. Yeah, man, he smoked all of Reed's supply. Like, why did he think he knew Fang? Fuck. How can you shitpost at a time like this, my man? Half an hour later, I submit my last post. Implying you're not mad. that should do it. Feeling better already. What was I worried about again? Probably nothing important. Okay. Can I just point out how fucking brilliant the Trish hiding behind this is? That is so good. Did they scale this up? Did they scale this up a little extra large just so that it covers up Trish? That's so fucking great, though. I love that she's already there. Oh. DEFCON level 3 alarm. Vital signs, it should be vital sign monitoring activated. You shouldn't do plural like that. It should be vital signs monitor or vital sign monitoring. I don't know, something about making this plural and then using the gerund feels wrong. I don't know what it is. Yeah, for a lot of people it's another day regardless of the death. Like if you're the parents of those kids, you don't get the same experience. Automatic medical systems engaged. Defensive weapon selection system activated. Munition So that's where you've been. You're looking for me? Yeah, shit for brains. Why do you think I'm here? Nice speech, by the way. Are you here to beat me up? Such a loser answer. Are you here to beat me up? I don't know why, but it makes me chuckle. You think you deserve it? No. I'm not here to hurt you, Anon. Huh? This has to be the first time she called me by my actual name. Is it? I should call him shit for brains earlier, right? So, why are you here? I guess if you're like a junior, the freshmen and the sophomores probably care the least out of all of them, because the sophomores, probably voted for Naomi. Mostly know her from the advertisements. The freshmen probably don't know any of them all that well, so it seemed like half a year. But I imagine seniors... Which one again? Juniors? I think juniors and then you become a senior, right? That's how it works? Fucking weird American terms. I mean, here's the thing worth noting, right? At this moment, like, Trish beats someone up and Anon has done something, but, like, his secret hasn't come out. Why does Anon care? I don't know. It feels like he's overreacting a little bit. It feels like he's too much in the alternate one. Yeah, I'm right. Like, the freshmen don't know any of them too well. They know him for like half a year. Didn't even vote for Naomi. And again, if you're like the parents, you probably came with your kids to make sure they're all right. You probably don't care that much. You're like, oh, my kid's upset, but that's about it. You know? So I guess that would fluff out so that's at least 25%, maybe 50. And then you have like only the people who knew him. So yeah, I guess it would be like a third, a sixth of the school population would care. No, it's pretty fucking nasty. Assuming, of course, that you aren't hurt by the situation emotionally. Because again, school shooting is still horrifying to be in. People vastly underestimate how terrifying it is to realize that a place you think is safe, you will die, a person will shoot you, and no one will help you. Also, your teacher may die. Your friends may die. Yeah, freshmen, sophomore, I always thought that juniors were like first or second year because it's junior, but no, it's junior. Whatever. Fuck off. Why don't they use the term meteor? Meteor is perfect. MEDIOR. Not meteor. Never did thank you. Thank me? For what? For staying with me the other day. Oh, yeah. Don't mention it. I like how they're using this, the expressions. You have a real way with words, you know. That was sarcastic, right? Yes, you stupid monkey. That was sarcastic. Why is her hand like that? Whatever. Don't need to be such a dick about it. Why are you out here anyway? I needed some fresh air. Shit. I mean, yeah, I did too. Hold on. Yeah, I did too. Yeah, right. You ditched Spear to play on your phone. No! Huh? It's like, okay, what the fuck should I have said to those people? That I knew Fang for like 2 days? What did Spears expect of me? All I could have maybe said was how unique and brave and whatever Fang was. But it's not like any of that even really mattered. Oh, you retracted a message, you sneaky boy. I saw that, but I didn't see the message. Wait. Damn, Anon. I didn't hear her actually like having... Why is she blushing? Okay, listen, I'm all for characters are emotional and they are incapable of separating emotion A from emotion B. But, like, I don't think Trish should be having the hots right now. You can't do the turnaround at this moment. Not now. It's too early. Trish would not be over this in a month. Fuck you. It feels like a YouTube poop. Kind of. It's got some really weird things going on. Maybe that's why they stopped. They realized they needed to rewrite too much to make it work. Oh, fuck. I forgot I'm recording this. Whoops. Let's do one more.